Ready to take off podcast and they ain't
Ready to
done.
take off.
This how I'm gonna give it to him. Look.
Yeah.
30 and the 40, bitches real life, this ain't Call of Duty.
Okay.
Flashlights and attachments, gun look like it came straight out of the movie. This shit ain't for show. Try your hand, I bet you fucking lose it.
Yo, this your boy Jimbo _KUTZ 910. You're now rocking with the Ready for Takeoff podcast, and I got a special guest in the building, Dee Dowdy 104.5.
What's happening?
Bro, I'm chilling, man. I appreciate you, man. How you doing today?
Doing lovely, bro. Bless.
So, G, I want to jump straight into it. How long have you been DJing, and how did the DJing thing actually start?
It's actually my 5th year at 104.5. I started in 2017. Before that, I was just, I went to school at Central Carolina Community College for Broadcasting Technology, which was radio and television. And I kind of fell out of love with going to school. Like, I got tired of going to school. I just felt like I got to a point where I learned everything I need to know. So I just stopped going. And I went and got a trade job, a regular trade job at a factory, a local factory in the city that I'm from, which is Sanford, and worked there for about 2 years. And then I realized, yo, this ain't what I want to do. I want to be able to create my own reality and also use what I know and what I love, which is music. So it just happened by the grace of God, keep it honest. I was doing parties in the city, just parties. Then I got a message on Facebook one day about coming to an interview at 104.5, and it was like, that was 2017, and we still here 5 years in.
Now check this out, D. So you was in school, then you branched off, you started doing parties, and you said like you didn't go looking for the job, you was just chilling on the book and you got a message from the radio station to actually come in?
Yeah, and I gave same energy I gave the parties when I first came in the game, I was giving in. And the beauty of it is now, this is my 5th year in, like my listenership, they've grown with me. Like I was early 30s, late 20s when I went in the radio, but now this year I'll be 33, so they get an opportunity to just grow and get older with me. So
grow with you.
It's beautiful.
So look, was it like more of an interview process, or since they reached out to you, was it more of a, yo, man, I got this job, it's locked up, it's sold up, they reached out to me?
They still gave me interviews to see where I was at with it, and I met all the criteria. Just I already knew production, I already knew all those things. So the fact that I went to school kind of helped me a little bit because I was already ahead of the power curve on a lot of it.
If you can think back, do you know how many people you was competing with for that job?
None.
None?
Yeah, none.
So you spoke about Sanford. Where are you from originally?
I'm from Sanford.
Sanford?
Born and raised.
What was elementary school for you like, and where did you go to elementary at?
I went to elementary school at J. Glenn Edwards Elementary. J. Glenn Edwards. Middle school was East Lee Middle School. High school was Lee County High School for 2 years. Went to Western Hornet 1 year, and I came back and graduated in the class of 2008 at Lee Senior at Lee County High School. And it was just regular. In school, I was just regular. I ain't really, what I'm doing now, a lot of people that I went to school with probably would have never thought. But at the same time, man, it'd be the ones that you least expect that could take something so small and become something so and make it something so major. So elementary, and middle and high school, that was some of my good years of just being a kid and just enjoying kidship.
As a kid, how do you describe yourself? Was you like quiet? Was you adventurous, mischievous?
I don't know. I was a jokester. A lot of times I would be the butt of the joke, but I still was the jokester, you know what I mean?
And middle school, was it more the same way? Like,
yeah, off through school with the same way. I just stayed the same way.
So when you graduated and you decided, what college did you attend?
Central Carolina Community College.
Central Carolina. How was the experience moving, going to college? How was that experience?
Actually, the college right in the city. It's a community college. It's right in Sanford.
Oh, really?
So
okay.
I didn't have to move or nothing. I just met a couple more people that I wouldn't normally have known because a lot of people go to community college when they can't afford a big university. So, like, it was easy because it was in my city. So I didn't really have to go nowhere. I can just go me about 5 or 10 minutes and I'm on the campus.
Yo, if you had a chance, would you do the big college thing back then, or?
Yeah, I really wish I would have did the big college thing because I was an excel learner. I probably have a master's now in whatever, but everybody's path is built different. Everybody not built for the major university, and with me, I knew at that time it just wasn't what I was built to do. Like I knew what my focus level was. I knew my attention span wasn't gonna allow me to stay somewhere 4 years, keep going to school. You see what I'm saying? Once there's too much money to get, and that's anybody, everybody, me, you, everybody doesn't have to go to school. Everybody doesn't have to go to college.
Yeah, that's right.
And still things could line up and you be successful.
Now, when it comes to DJing, who are some of your DJ influences?
Some of the homies, Ike G, the Izzy Nice, DJ Remedy, Double J, DJ Topac, DJ Issa, DJ Reese, DJ Tony Neal. I could go on for days.
Let's check this out, D. Are those more of like local people? Because when
all them is local.
Okay, yeah, because when I
listen to the radio, like, I had to go listen to the radio way before I even knew what a celebrity DJ was. Before I knew what a DJ Khaled was, I knew all these people I just named just because CDs in the streets, and because I used to be a avid listener to the radio, so I already knew who they were. I knew the names.
Yeah, because when I got ready to ask you your influences, I'm thinking you're gonna lean more towards the DJ dramas, the clues, and more of the bigger type DJ names. But yeah, your knowledge with the DJ game is pretty serious because you're naming a lot of local artists and local DJs that people probably never even heard of.
Yeah, so it's like, man, like that's where my inspiration pretty came from. And now that still keeps me in the game. I mean, like, you gotta appreciate what you got around you before you can appreciate something. These people I can call on the phone, these people that I know, and they did good by the game. I mean, like, they've done good by the game.
People you have personal relationships with.
Yeah.
Music-wise, what type of music did you listen to growing up?
Growing up, I was in the era where, like, I'm class of 08, the Bow Wow era, T-Pain, Plies. All these artists was just coming out when I was in school. Lil Wayne was just seeing his ascension. Drake popped out. Who else made a big name for themselves? Usher. He was at the pinnacle of pinnacles. B2K, Omarion, R&B lane was so crazy in that era and that time. And I was just able to bless to see it because I used to watch 106 in Park. So these cats was on 106 in Park like every day.
Hey, yo, was you a part of the era, and like we around the same age, so you had to be around this era, where people would like make mix CDs with different songs they like this and did you ever get on that little hustle and make you mix CDs, pass it out, this and the third?
That was never my hustle.
Nah, when your style?
That was my thing. We ain't had internet fast enough to do that. So that was hard to put internet out like that. So it was like, that was my thing. So, but I had a bunch of them. Like I had a bunch of them. Everybody had a CD with at least 18, 20 songs on there that song for song for song, you know what I mean? So yeah, I definitely had my share of CDs.
Yes, sir. With DJing, you on the radio, this and the third, where do you see your career in the next 2 to 3 years?
Next 2 to 3 years, man, I'm looking at like just being in a position to help generation under me. Need help. A lot of times I wish there were people in the game that would have told me like, man, radio, what you need to do. Like this is a career for you. Nobody told me that. Nobody said that. So by me being where I'm at now, I know what talent sound like. I know what it look like. So I just want to be the one to tell the kids like, yo, like, you need to look into this career. Let me help you do this. Let's get hands on with it. So 5 years from now, 2, 3, 4, 1 year from now, that's where I'm at with it. Just provide an opportunity that people that I didn't myself get provided.
Now, I've been building a little rapport with you, and we had talked one time about like certain artists and this and the third, and you basically kept it 100 with me. You was like, yo, if I'm not feeling their music, they're not coming on this segment of the show.
Yeah, I mean, in the game, it's too many yes men. There ain't nobody gonna tell nobody that they shit ain't hot. They just gonna, they gonna gaslight it. That's not what the game is built off. The game, the music game ain't built off of feelings. It's built off knowing what's hot and what's not, and being able to accept that criticism that you get when you ask. You see what I'm saying? A lot of artists can't accept their criticism and understand it's artistic ability and it's artistic work, but at the same time, you also got to be cognizant that there is some people that's not gonna like your body of work, and you got to be okay and comfortable with their opinion instead of just blanking out. Like, look at the celebrity artists. It's a lot of motherfuckers that don't like they shit that's on Twitter trolling them. So just because you indie, that don't mean that you get mad with everybody. I mean, that's not the way. I mean, so I just think like whatever it is that you do musically, whatever it is that you do hustle-wise, you stay true to what you do. You know what I mean? Keep your tunnel vision on. I mean, just because I don't like it don't mean somebody else ain't gonna like it.
That's real. Now, D, with that being said, like a little follow-up to that, has anybody inboxed you or like tried to press you in the street like, yo, nigga, why you ain't playing my record, man? I'm trying to get up there. Da-da-da. Have you ever ran into any of those type of situations with you being a DJ and having an outlet?
They know I'm a non-nonsense guy. I'm coming from the tribe. I'm from the hood. So I don't disrespect nobody. So the fact that I don't disrespect nobody, I ain't even gonna tolerate that kind of disrespect. So, nah, ain't nobody ever did that. Nobody's ever did.
I like that response. And nigga said, oh, nah, it's no nonsense. So, yo, D, I appreciate you chopping it up. I know that, we had a little mix-up. Took a little second to get the segment going. But, bro, I definitely want to tell you I appreciate you. And we definitely got to do a part 2 or something soon.
Sure, man. I appreciate you.
Any shout-outs you want to give before we get out of here?
Shout out to all. I don't want to miss nobody. Shout out to anybody that's working. Anybody that's working. A lot of times people will tell you that your dream ain't gonna work. And even with this, they gonna tell you that shit ain't gonna work. But they don't know, like I believe in God, so whatever God lead me to do, I believe that He gonna give me the ability and the means to do that. So that's the message. Like whatever your dream is, whatever your calling is, you stay true to it. You stay 10 toes down to it, and it will come to pass. It can't stop you. You just stay focused on your assignment, man. And that's just the message for anybody watching. I ain't gonna shout a bunch of people out, man. I just go, they know what's up, man. Like, that's my folks. So they know what's up. But yeah, if you got a dream, you hustling, you grinding musically, you working 9 to 5, whatever you do, keep doing it, man. It's gonna work out. It's gonna pan out. However you need to pan out, or however it's destined to plan out.
Yes, sir. And D, before we got on camera, I was like, yo, the shirt, Prayer Warrior.
Yeah. Shout out
Prayer Warrior Menace.
Shout out to my boy, man. Dayton. He's a gospel rapper. He's on the label with Bizzle. And they've been going crazy with gospel rap, man. And he came to the Ville and graced me with some gear. Shout out to Dayton. Shout out to Dizzle. God over money. Big shout out to him.
Yes, sir. Hey, yo, D, I appreciate this. I appreciate your patience. You know, we had a little turbulence at the beginning, but I appreciate you, G, and thank you, man. Ready for Take Off the Podcast. Dee Dowdy 104.5. Appreciate you, my G.
Absolutely, bro.
Yes, sir.